Hey everybody, welcome to update number 11. This update I'm going to show you guys the hardwood furniture build. It's on the layout in place. Got the industrial yard kind of going in a direction I kind of like, so I'll tell you about that. This last week was my birthday, so I've got a few mail call things to show you guys. First one I got is this cool GP9 Illinois Central decoder ready. Doesn't have a decoder in it yet. I've got a couple that don't have decoders yet, but I can still run DC for a while. This will fit nicely with the time period I'm doing, the 70s. They were around till like early 80s before they became shopped and rebuilt or sold. So that's going to be a cool addition. As you can see, I also got this static grass applicator off eBay, 30 bucks. Reviews on it have been good, it had been mixed. Some people say they get shocked, so I'm going to be careful with it. But this is going to be great for the scenery. This is going to make it pop. As everyone knows that's used these, it looks great. Got some more of my Kato feeders to put in the yard, and a bunch of these little barrier strips to do the wiring. So that's next. And then the last thing I got was the inclines to do the back here, which I plan to raise about 2 inches. So that'll lead into the mountain. And then once I get this in place and the yard kind of finished, I can start gluing down the track and wiring. I think this section here is pretty much done and ready to go. But this section still has got some things to work on. So enjoy the update. And as always, like, subscribe, and thanks for watching. Okay guys, I'm going to take you through the building of one of my first Walters kits I have for the layout. Hardwood Furniture Company. Relatively straightforward build. Walters kits are great. They're have a lot of nice detail to them. Also, the great thing is you can add detail to them. So I'll take you through what I've got here in front of me, what I'm going to use. I've got my expensive palettes. Paints the colors that I want. These cover these Walter kits really well, plus they're cheap. Ballast, fine, medium. I think it's more of a fine mix. I'll explain later what I'm going to do with this. I'll show you what I'm going to do with this. It's a technique I learned from Vinny on how to make a roof stand out. It'll look very nice on this kit. Here I have, of course, all the windows. I'll leave on the sprues and paint them, plus the detail of the doors. That'll all be the same color. The building on the sprues. You have to pay attention to some of the detail parts. They will be different colors. That's if you choose to make them different colors. And also some of the little detail parts are on the sprues with the building. So make sure. And then I have a cup of water with a little dish soap. Keep my brushes in when I'm not using them. So that way I can just rinse them out and go again. Then I have my other supplies. This is for the detailed water cooler or tower on the top of the roof. It's a silver marker. This does really well. Picked this up at Walmart. I think it's $1.50, if that. The glue I'm going to use, you always have to have a little sandpaper to get the little knobs from cutting it off the sprues. You want to sand that down. Of course, you have your knife, assortment of brushes, a file if you need that. And then this is what I'm going to use for the main structure. Because it's a bigger Walters kit, these work really well and will cover a lot and do a smooth, pretty much no brush marks, will be smooth. So that's it. The windows over here I'll leave out and put them in when I need them. And then of course it comes with different names, decals. The great things about Walters kits are when they give you the decals, they do have a number of different names you want to use if you so choose. You can also go to Google and make your own sign. That's a very easy way to do it, and name it whatever you want to. Look for furniture stores or furniture warehouses, and you can easily scratch build a sign. I may do that yet, I haven't decided, but first and foremost, get the structure built. So I'm going to go ahead and get started painting, and I'll bring you back and I'll show you how I did, and I'll explain what I did on the roof, because I should also have that done after I do the painting of the building structure. Okay, guys, I pretty much have all the pieces drying. Some of them need second coats. Everything's painted the color I want. Now, I showed you the ballast, so I'm going to show you the technique I'm going to use. This is the small part of the roof that goes on top of the little kind of outbuilding or building on top of the roof, and this should be the top of the roof. So what I'll do is I just make sure I don't have my tripod. So I'm putting a good coat on here. Excuse the bag. Putting a good coat on this. Making sure I got a nice thick coat. I'm probably going to have a little bit more. If it's uneven, it's okay, because this is going to look more kind of natural, like they put tar on this or something. Okay, that's pretty good coat. Now what I'm going to do, take a little bit of this ballast and come over here to this and just sprinkle this on ever so lightly. Kind of let it cover good. Get a little more out of here. Okay. Yeah, just let that dry. And now I'm just going to let it dry and shake off the remains. Now there might be a little bit on these sides, and you kind of want that to sit down in your structure, because there is a little ledge for this roof on this particular structure to sit on. It would be the same idea if you were scratch building. Be the same principle. You kind of want your sides clear, so that's why I've got the sandpaper and the file. So after this dries, before I put it on the structure, I will sand down the sides a little bit to get those extra little pieces of granules off of there. But that is what I use the ballast for on the roof. It's a very good technique, and when the building's finished on the reveal, you will see it's just a great little detail and something different that you don't see on your normal buildings. So stay tuned, and next I will put the building together, and last thing will be basically the reveal. But before I do, I'll show you the other pieces that I have here. They're all drying. I've been in pewter color. This black here is the top of the roof where the box cars are shoved under up to that dock. So that's fine. It looks like tar, and that's kind of what I'm going for. And then, of course, all the windows are painted. That water tower is painted in silver color, like I liked. This turned out very good. As you can see, a little weathering on that. The roof of it will match the trim of the building. Also on some of these windows, you can kind of see if I get up close here. I left purposely. I didn't do that on accident. I tried to leave it as much as I could purposely to put a little paint in some of these squares, because on bigger warehouses like this or manufacturing companies, every once in a while one of them little panes of glass and they would get fixed or broken. So how would they fix it? They just put like a board or something in there that would match the trim possibly. So a few of the windows have that in there, and that's the way it's supposed to look, like they fixed the window. So that's just another little detail I kind of learned watching other videos since the last time I did structures. So like I said, stay tuned. I'll have the reveal. I'll have it placed on the layout where I want and describe what I'm going to do from there. Thanks. So stay tuned, guys. Here you go. Here is the reveal of the hardwood furniture warehouse distributor building. I guess that's what it would be. Can kind of see here some weathering on it slightly. I might do a little bit more. I was running out of pastels or chalk basically to do this. One thing I will do is eventually put this up on cork, because with the Unitrack, the car barely fits under there. There's very little clearance. So just to give it some more clearance, plus to bring it up level with the track. That's a technique a lot of people use. So that's what I'm going to do with that. Fitting nice in the industrial area. My plans for this is a big parking lot in here for trucks and for employees to park, for the other industries as well. Stick and tire, I think will stay there, whatever that's going to be. I haven't decided. It is a freight house, but it has such a nice detail on it, as you can see. Let me zoom in there. You can see the details on there, the dock workers and all that. So I have to figure out what I'm going to do with that. I think it's going to stay somewhere in this area. I'm not sure what I'll name it or do with it, but I'm really happy with that, as well as the stick and tire factory as well. That was a couple things off my last layout. So this will be the industrial area here, road coming in down to here, and it'll connect with the road by the station. So that should work out great. My lumber yard, I'm not sure. It may be behind this still. So that's another idea for another day. But that's what I'm doing. Here's the industrial yard so far. Love how this curves up into here. It's going to stay. This will probably stay the same. What I may do here is put in, well, I have to, I don't have a choice to get to my power plant. I have to put in a right-hand turn, probably number 6, to lead up to it. And then right here in this open area, about where that track is, will be the milling company. The Walters Kit Red Wing Milling will be there, and some more hoppers get put in there. And then up to the power plant, and then Robert's Printing in that open area there, because it's a fairly decent sized building with a road leading down to it. So that's the plans for this. Also maybe do some more industrial flats like that to fill up the background. I think that'll look nice. There as well some weeds and scenery, which is what I'll use my static grass applicator for. So I'm very happy I got that. That's going to be cool. Also, let's take a quick look here at this nice GP9 that I showed you in the intro. Very well detailed, nice. I'll definitely do some switching in the industrial area with this. I think that's going to be cool in a future video for sure, once I get everything kind of in place here in the industrial yard. So that's what I'm going to be working at, getting towards. So my next probably update may include a build, so it may be a few weeks before I get to it. Maybe the build for here, which will be the Red Wing Milling. That should help me get a better idea of what the yard's going to be. So that one, I'll probably do Robert's Printing next, so I can get a better idea of the yard. So thanks for watching, guys. I'm going to go work on those risers you guys saw and put up along the back there, and we'll see how those turn out. So that's what I'm going to do, and you guys have a good weekend. I'll catch you guys this week on some of the chats and stuff, and also your guys' video. Thanks for watching.